While driving home in Canada, this family witnessed a bear attacking a young moose. The man didn't realize, but when he decided to save the little moose, fate's wheels began to spin. The little guy was scared, but trusted humans. He took the little moose home, treated its injuries, but then a new problem emerged. The little guy was tense in this strange environment, seemed to miss its mom, wouldn't eat anything, and in just a few days became skinny as a rail. The man stayed with it around the clock, which made the little moose gradually depend on him. Finally, on the fourth day, the little moose started eating willow leaves. However, it seemed to prefer milk, and its appetite was way beyond that of a normal moose. As time went by, the little guy made this place home, having a blast every day, even found new buddies to play with. But it was a wild animal after all, and had to return to the wild. Neither of them wanted to part ways. A few years later, on a clear morning, as the man was about to drive out, he saw a large moose walking towards him. He quickly realized it was the little moose he had saved. Now, it was the king in the moose herd. From then on, this moose would come to visit its savior every year. Time flew by, and this friendship has lasted for 25 years. Perhaps this was destined. Mischievous Tiger got its mouth tightly clamped by Dog Mom, but still swiped a paw over. Seems like it wanted to smack the lion nearby, but as the paw neared Dog Mom, it gently landed. After breaking free, it reached for its lion brother, but got clamped down by Dog Mom again. Why always me? How about biting the lion next? The lion with limited mobility seized the moment, circled to the tiger's back for a sneak attack. Tiger couldn't take it, turned around wanting to smack him. This shattered Dog Mom's heart. She raised them all, but it's hard to keep things balanced in a bowl. There's always a tilt. Dog Mom seemed to realize she'd wronged the tiger, kept comforting it. I'd call this dog the strongest in the world. Daring to bite lions and tigers is one thing. They don't even fight back. Besides, doesn't seem like any other dog would dare to do this, right? Any animal dares to mess with her. She just needs to say, "I'm old. Talk to my two good-for-nothing sons about anything." On her way home, a woman encountered a curious dog. It had been wandering around for quite a while. She called out to it, and the dog cautiously approached, then flipped over, belly up, in a gesture of friendliness. Every step she took, the dog followed, scared she might leave. It lay down, pleading with such a pathetic look that it broke her heart. The woman told it plainly, "If you want to come with me, follow me. If not, we go our separate ways." As soon as the woman stood up, the pup was right on her heels. It followed her all the way home. Concerned it might carry diseases or parasites that could infect her own dog, she made it wait outside. The dog seemed so smart, as if it understood every word and waited patiently outside. Once she was ready, she took it for a checkup. Although only 6 months old, the dog was well behaved during the exams, but it was terribly thin from its time on the streets. After a much-needed bath at the pet hospital, the dog transformed into a stunning beauty. Hearing that their mom was planning to find a new home for the dog, her children immediately burst into tears, so it became a part of their family. The dog's stray past had left it with separation anxiety. Wherever its new owner went, the dog would quietly watch, never causing a fuss. Even sleep didn't come easy. It would barely let itself rest, fearful of losing its owner again. But this time it was destined for a forever happiness. A stray cat stole 956 gloves in 30 days, but it was all to repay a kindness. Recently, a ginger cat known for swiping gloves appeared at a construction site, with over 1,000 gloves gone in just a month, baffling everyone as to why it would do such a thing. To uncover the truth, a TV crew decided to follow the cat around the clock. The ginger cat showed up on schedule at night at the construction site, highly vigilant, and would run away at the sight of people. But within minutes, it had snatched a glove and slipped into a local resident's yard. The next morning, workers went to inquire at the house and were astonished by the number of gloves in the yard. Initially, the homeowner thought it was a prank and nearly called the police. Observation revealed that it was the ginger cat's doing. Why was it stealing these gloves? It turns out the cat was a stray that had appeared at the homeowner's door half a year earlier with its newborn kittens. Taking pity on it, the kind homeowner frequently fed it, and under their care, the cat grew from a skinny creature into a plump one. To express its gratitude, the plump cat brought its benefactor mice every day, which were always discarded. Noticing that the benefactor often wore gloves while working, The clever ginger cat might have thought gloves were needed and began bringing them daily. Soon, it had brought back a large pile of gloves. Upon learning the truth, the homeowner apologized to the workers, washed all the gloves, and prepared to return them once dried. They also hoped people would not blame the ginger cat, decided to adopt it and its family, and prepared a cozy nest for them. Thus, the ginger cat ended its wandering life. Everything has a spirit. Please treat them with kindness. The school buses arrive on time, but it's the dogs that go to school. The dog heard the commotion and dashed out the door. He looks forward to this moment every day. Next, you'll find out why they're in such a hurry to get to school. It's not just that. Every student loves this school. They'll find their own seats when they get on the bus. Teachers will fasten their seat belts. So what's a new student to do? Just give him something to eat along the route and find a new seat. The students will say hello to each other. Hello, why are you ahead of me today? When all the students are on the bus, the teacher will call the roll and give each student a snack. It's a tribute to their good behavior. The school's program is very rich. Students lined up to enter the campus when all the dogs are here. And then comes the moment they've been waiting for. It's like they've got a turbocharger on them. Dash into the pool. Have fun in there. But there are many dogs who don't like to swim. The school district provides them with a free-range area. The facilities are very rich. After 1 hour of free time, the dogs are starting to learn. In the classroom, they learn how to make less trouble for their masters. It's noon, and the students are back on the bus after lunch. The teacher will take them out into the field. Getting dogs close to nature keeps you in a good mood all day long. This is a great school. When people realized what the little elephant was painting, everyone was shocked. When the young elephant first arrived at the zoo, it was very mischievous, often teasing female visitors, much to the keeper, Logan's chagrin. Under Logan's guidance, Suda finally stopped bothering the visitors and started playfully teasing Logan instead. In just a month, they developed a deep friendship. Logan noticed something special about Suda. It seemed smarter than the other elephants and even enjoyed painting. Logan provided Suda with a canvas and paints. Initially, Suda could only draw simple lines, but it never gave up, and Logan supported it wholeheartedly, rewarding each painting session with Suda's favorite treats, sugarcane and bananas. A year later, Suda's painting skills improved remarkably, attracting many visitors. Suda even started adding visitors' names to its paintings. In just a few months, the almost bankrupt zoo was revived thanks to Suda. People traveled hundreds of kilometers to buy its paintings. The zoo's business boomed, eventually affording a full-time veterinarian to ensure the animals' health, all thanks to Suda and Logan. 3 years later, Suda's artistry grew even more refined. It became smart enough to create from its own thoughts. Its painting became a cherished part of the zoo's collection. Canadian man opens backyard bin, discovers 2 fragile baby otters. Doc says they won't last 3 days. Undeterred, Mike's all in, caring for the little guys 24/7, milk feedings every 4 hours, keeping them warm, names them Popo and Goo Goo. Day 3, they're bleeding. Mike's quick to get tests and treatments. They're fighters, well-behaved through it all. 1 week later, they beat the odds. They're grateful, forming almost a father-son connection. Mike's wary about how they'll mix with his cat, but Popo and Goo Goo unexpectedly treat Fluff as their mom, and she's surprisingly cool with it. But here's the twist. The otters are smart, figuring out puzzles like 3-year-old kids. Mike knows they belong in the wild. One clear morning, he takes them back to a wild lake, says a heartfelt goodbye. They look back, seeming to understand, then slip away into the water's glitter. Years later, on a sunny spring day, Mike's back at that lake. Suddenly a familiar figure swims up, nuzzles him with its wet nose. It's Popo, the otter he saved, still remembers his human savior. Tears in his eyes. Mike's overjoyed. Their bond has transcended time and boundaries, becoming an eternal memory.